It's been a really long, weird week, let me tell you. Sometimes I feel super old. I'm 27 and every day I get closer and closer to my inevitable death. Yes, that's very morbid. Hopefully I have 80 years left, but still, sometimes I feel really old and it scares the heck out of me. But there are some perks to being a very old man. Some people like the experience you have. They like your professionalism. They may like your point of view. And luckily, that was me this week. I got invited to do 2 really awesome events that I had a blast with. The first was with Oculus VR. They asked me to host a live stream for their new game Wilson's Heart. It's a creepy, mysterious thriller that's equal parts spooky and equal parts explorative, all set in a black and white hospital with a really impressive voice cast. I had a lot of fun with the game, and it was a unique experience because I've, 1, never spent that much time in VR, so my hands felt all sorts of disassociated from my body, and 2, I could not tell what was going on around me because I had a VR headset on. Now with the Oculus on board my eyes, I didn't know if I was in the shot, I didn't know if I looked dumb, and I didn't know if the mic was even picking me up, but that made it very relaxing because I had nothing to worry about. Sometimes I'd bump into things, sometimes I'd step out of the boundaries, and sometimes people would pat me to tell me things that I couldn't hear. But it ended up working out okay, and I really enjoy working with Oculus. Before we get to the next event, let me tell you that this all took place in the span of about 30 hours. I woke up at 8 a.m., did the Oculus event from 9 till 1, had to fly out at 4:45, and made my way all the way across the country to my next event in Rockville, Maryland at 2 a.m. That's where I was going to be hosting a live stream for Prey with Bethesda and GameStop, who were working together to help raise money for St. Jude Children's Hospital. Super cool cause, super cool crew of people, super cool game. It was so much fun. But before I woke up at 8 a.m. again and did my day, after 3.5 hours of sleep, and had a horrible morning filled with a terrible giant panic attack. And I almost wish that I had it on film. Actually, I don't wish I had it because it's just so weird, and I don't understand after dealing with this stuff for years, on and off, 3 months off, 3 months on, 12 months off, 2 months on, why I can't get a hold of it. But I legit felt like I was either 1, gonna be toast and dead, or 2, I was gonna have to call and say, like, I cannot make the stream because I'm freaking out. And then I called my mom and said, please just tell me about anything. So she said, let's talk about your little brother's basketball season. And that gave me something to focus on so I wasn't just inside my head watching my body and brain go crazy. And so I went outside, I was barefoot, I stuck my feet in the grass, tried to ground myself a little, be in nature. Then I saw the sign that said, don't step in the grass, there's fertilizer. Didn't even care. That's the level of craziness that was going on in my head. I needed that grass much more than I needed to stay away from those chemicals. So I grounded myself, I felt composed, I took a shower, and then I got myself dressed, I got myself all together, I took a lot of deep breaths. I was 10 minutes late, but I made it to Bethesda, and the people there were fantastic. Mutual Detroit Lions fans, so it couldn't have been better. And I thought all was well. Then right before the live stream, we had 10 minutes of just downtime sitting there waiting, and I was like, holy crap, here come all of those crazy feelings and sensations, and I am gonna just run out of this room. And I see the lady counting down from 10, I'm like, I have 10 seconds to get this together or just screw up this entire awesome opportunity and trip. But then all was peaches and rainbows because the stream was so much fun. Jessica was a fantastic person to work with, and she made things seem super easy and normal. Plus, Josh behind the scenes assured me to just have fun with the game and be myself, and those were the best 2 pieces of instruction I could have received. I really like Prey. If you've seen from my other videos, I've been pumping them out. The game is a whole lot of fun. It has so much depth and detail in that world, and that's what I love. Exploring that space skyscraper, being scared as the mimics and the phantoms chase you around, upgrading your character in all sorts of ways, navigating from sector to sector, and sometimes shooting glue out of a really big gun. It's an awesome game, quickly becoming one of my favorites of the year, and you probably should play it. I also told you this story because I think it's good to know that when you see someone doing amazing things or having all this fun, traveling all these places, playing all these games, behind the scenes, they probably have got something going on. Whether it's problems or panic attacks or obstacles to overcome, everybody is in the same boat. Whether you're a YouTuber, a 6th grader, or you work at Foot Locker, everybody is going through stuff. And I think it makes us feel a little bit closer when we realize that we're all kind of the same in that way. And on top of that, we all can persevere. We all can push through. We all can overcome whatever is affecting us, no matter if we are a YouTuber, a 6th grader, or we work at Foot Locker. We all have issues, we all have instances where we need to overcome, and we all have moments of victory. And as I push through this panic attack, I wanted to share that with you so you would know that everybody is going through stuff. Everybody has confusion, everybody has chaos. So if you're feeling or experiencing or going through any of that sort of stuff, it's totally okay and you'll make it out fine, because there's no such thing as a perfect life. So like the whirling dervish that I was, as soon as the event was over, I took a quick cat nap and made my way back to the airport for my return flight. Now I wanted to get back super quick because YouTube is all sorts of a mess, and I don't like being away from the channels when YouTube is a disaster, so I wanted to get back quickly. I got in the car, I boarded the plane. Actually, I didn't because I missed my flight. Probably a good thing though, because I was feeling those pangs of panic, and I think had I gotten aboard the initial metal bird, I probably would have struggled for 5.5 hours from Maryland to Los Angeles. I missed my flight, had 2 hours to work on emails, chill out, eat some food, and then got in a nice middle seat between two large men who kept me nice and crumped the entire flight. It wasn't all that fun, it wasn't all that comfortable, but it got me back and I did not panic. Now you may be wondering, how come missing your flight didn't stress you out even more? And the reason it didn't is because I am a chronically late person, and even though that's not something to be proud of, it is the truth, and I have missed my fair share of flights in my days, so my memory bank is full of missed planes, missed connections, and rebooking efforts. It's super simple, nobody cries, and everyone still gets home happy. There were times throughout all of this that I felt like a total baby. I had agreed to host these events, I had flown across the country, I was by myself, and I was totally freaking the heck out. I didn't know if I could gain composure, I didn't know if I could complete the task at hand, I didn't even know why I was there or what I was doing or if I enjoyed it or how come I wasn't just back home. And then I took a deep breath, I pulled it together, I had an awesome time, everything worked out a-okay, and I realized that I am not a small child nor a very old man, but instead I sit somewhere in between in a nice evolutionary sweet spot, and frankly, I'm pretty happy to be there. Those two events both had me wondering, what the heck do I really enjoy doing most? And after a whole lot of quandary, a whole lot of mental exercising, I came up empty-handed. So I slid it under the rug, and that's okay because sometimes answers aren't everything, and it's more about enjoying the moment. Another moment this week I really enjoyed was getting a new camera. You've seen a little bit of it so far this video, and frankly I have no clue how to use it. I'm terrible with cameras, but I always want to look clearer and have that cool blurred effect in the background, so sometime I will learn how to use this and make it work. For now though, enjoy my awkward, horrible camera skills as I pan through mountains, cars, and this weird old lady who really wanted to get across the road or at least get out of my shot. I am no pro, but I am excited to learn and try to figure out how to make my videos and my channels look even better. It's always fun to improve, and it's something I get a huge kick out of when I can see the results of the efforts put in. I was feeling pretty good after the events, after the new camera, after being back home and chilling out a little bit, and then this guy said, GhostRobo is lying. Now I have no clue what he's talking about, nor is there any moral to this part of the story, but it was really weird, and I wanted to let you know. Another fun fact, my lease here in LA is up in about a month and a half. Shortly after E3, I'm out and have to figure out where to go next. Now, like an old person, I'll have to consider a whole bunch of variables, look at all the angles, and make a very educated, smart choice. Kinda wish I could be a small person and just have someone tell me what to do, because frankly I have no idea what exactly is to do in this situation. Do I stay in the great Los Angeles? Do I move somewhere else? Do I get an apartment, a house? What the heck do I do? If you know, please call me. All in all, it was really awesome to be a part of both events. I wanted to share them with you in case you didn't see it, and here's to a whole lot more stuff like that, because I actually really did like kind of hosting, kind of leading the charge, kind of running the live streams for both of those games. It was a bunch of fun, and maybe I'll get to do more in the future. In the meantime, we're going to kick butt through Prey, bring in some of The Surge, hopefully some surprises and some new info, because I've got big events on the horizon, going to play Destiny 2 in a week and a half, and then something that is is confidential, but nonetheless, the gaming season never stops, especially in 2017. E3 is right around the corner. Maybe I'll figure out how to use this camera and do some cool stuff with it. In the meantime, though, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Hope you're in a fantastic weekend. Hope you had a cool week as well. Hope you're ready for another one. And remember, enjoy the moment. Enjoy your day. Don't worry too much about the future, the past. All you've got is the present. Make it the best you can, and I'm sure things will work out a-okay. Until then, though, drink some hot chocolate. I love you all. Appreciate your support. You guys are the best. And we will see you all later.